Tonight, I'm going to show you my flip-top tool stand. One of the first things I built to go in my shop was this flip-top tool stand. Now, I did do a video of this as my very first video on YouTube, but I want to highlight some features of it and show you how it's held up over the years that I've been using it. I'm also working on a big bookcase right now that is taking much longer than I anticipated. There's a backstory on this because I promised my wife that I would build this bookcase about 2 years ago, but lots of projects have kind of gotten in the way and have bumped this one out. And so a few months ago she said, you know what, if you don't want to build it, I will just go buy one, that's fine. And I said, no, I will build it. And she said, all right, I need a date. And she gave me an ultimatum and said, if you don't get it done by this date, I'm gonna go buy one. And I didn't want to admit defeat and let her go out and just buy one that I had promised I would build. So I jumped into it and I'm working on it really hard, but it's taken a little bit longer than I anticipated. So in this video, I'm gonna show you my flip-top tool stand. Let me show you how this works. So my flip-top tool stand is designed to hold my sander on the top, which is an oscillating belt sander, which also is a spindle sander, and on the bottom is my planer. So the way this works is I've got a knob in each corner, and all I do is loosen these knobs on all four corners. And the top becomes mobile, so it can rotate now. So as I flip this over, it's balanced pretty nicely. It doesn't take a lot of work to flip it. I need to unplug it first. Flip it over, and then you tighten each knob. One of the things about this design that's different from any other flip-top stand that I've seen is I use blocks here to lock the tabletop in position. A lot of these designs will use a pin and a latch, and I tried that, but it just was rattly and it didn't really lock in place very well. It can be challenging to get it to line up in the hole. The nice thing with this design is these blocks just slide up, and all you do is you slide it to the top of your slot. You just tighten it. You can cut this block to whatever size you need to. If it's a little bit long or it's not tightening it all the way, you just cut a new block, that's it. So you tighten this on all four corners, then you're ready to go with your planer on the top. Now, the planer, when you use the planer on this one, it only fits the front outfeed table. So the other one I have stored down below, and that one fits on the back here. When I use the planer, I pull it out into the aisle here, and I will usually flip it around, but I'll run my boards through here and connect my dust collector and everything on the back. Now when I'm done, I flip up the front outfeed table, and then on the other side, this one has to come off. So I unhook that, back in the drawer, and loosen my knobs. I'm now free spinning, and I rotate it back around. Now you notice how easy this is to turn. There's a little bit more weight on the Dewalt, but as you can see, it's pretty easy to lift up and down. It pivots very easily. And now going through the center of this as the pivot is a 1/2-inch steel rod, and that serves as the main structural support that holds up the center of these two tools. This thickness here is 2 pieces of 3/4-inch plywood. I built this flip-top tool stand about 4 years ago, and at the time I was concerned about the top warping over time or bowing with the weight of the tools that it's holding, especially the planer because that's heavier. Coming back now, I've got a nice long framing square here. And when I put this on the edge, that is pretty darn flat. Yeah, there are no gaps along that length. So that is holding up really well. It is maintaining the flatness that I would expect. Now, for the sander on the top, I have also kept all the accessories in the drawer down below. So this whole belt comes off. I have the spindles down below. The cover plate fits in that opening. When I'm done with the planer out in this position, it's on locking casters, and so I can roll it back in its position right up against the wall, lock it in place, and that's not going anywhere. If you haven't made a flip top tool stand, I would highly suggest making one because it is so functional in a small shop. It's a great way to store 2 tools in one footprint. And I must say, I think the best design is right here. So if you want to build this exact one, I have links down below to my website where you can get the plans. Make sure to check out the other videos that I've done on shop organization and shop storage so that you can more efficiently lay out your shop and keep things organized. Also, check out the Evening Woodworker merchandise. This is a super comfortable shirt. There's also the Evening Woodworker face mask, which says, "Woodworkers wore masks before they were cool." If you want to get any of the Evening Woodworker merchandise, there's links down below. See you next time.